The Elder Cipher is a random reward you will obtain from completing level 34 or level 35 Prison of Elders. As you see here, it pops up after completing Calix last week at level 34. And you got to make sure you got an open bounty spot, because I don't know if they fixed it yet, but some of my friends on my friends list, if you didn't have an open bounty slot, you didn't get the Elder Cipher. Once you get the Elder Cipher, you got to go back to the Vestian Outpost and turn it into Variks. From there, it will have you be able to pick one of the guns, Lord of the Wolves, Queenbreakers Bow, Dreg's Promise, but it doesn't matter at first. It's not your final decision, so just pick away. It doesn't matter. You then in turn have to go and acquire the Queen Cipher from the Queen's chest in an arena challenge, Prison of Elders, and that's level 32, 34, or 35. Once you complete either of those levels, you will then go down to Scrooge McDuck's palace and open the middle treasure chest, and then that will present you with the Queen Cipher. So make sure you guys got a key. Easiest way to get a key is every reset, every Tuesday, go to Petra, and the first bounty you turn into her that week will present you with a key. Once you get done teabagging Skolas or the level 32, level 34 that week, go down, open the middle chest, and there it is, the Elder Cipher. Now you got to go back to Variks and turn that back in, and then wait 1 to 3 days for his punk ass to give it back to you. Once you get it back from Variks, you will then have to kill bosses in the Prison of Elders and obtain 1,000 points doing that. You get 75 points for mini bosses. You get 75 points on the level 28 final boss. Final boss for a level 32, you get 200 points. Level 34 final boss, 350 points. And then Skolas, level 35 final boss, gives you 450 points. Now you can farm the bosses like Calix and Skolas because they have an objective, so you can kill, like we just did Calix, this week's 32. We were farming, or I was helping my two friends farm to complete their Elder Ciphers. So we would kill the boss, get the 200 points, and then find the objective. In Calix you got to kill an enemy, and we would go over there and let him kill us, and then you start over, you do a Calix again, another 200 points. You can do that with Skolas, and that's it. Well, at least so far, of the ones that have come out, Urox, Golrot, Quodron, they don't have objectives tied with them, so you can't really farm. So if there's not a good one, Calix or Skolas, maybe you don't have good enough guns to do Skolas or a good enough team, then I would just do the level 32 over and over until you amass the 1,000 points. Once you do that, you go back to Variks, turn it in, and then pick your gun. I decided to go with the Queenbreakers Bow on my first Elder Cipher, and this is it fully upgraded. It looked kind of mediocre, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, and it's actually really fun to use. And you see the perks. They got the Hipfire perk, which is super lame, but kind of fun to dick around with. Hidden Hand, better target acquisition, and then you can increase your range. And it has two different types of sights. One is combat sights, which is the sights I like to use. You do sacrifice some impact, though. As you'll see here, this Vandal, just doing a little test, takes 2 shots from this distance. Granted, they were body shots. And then Marksman sights, which your charge rate won't be as quick. As you see, it's way more zoomed up. It's more like a sniper scope compared to the combat. 1 body shot and he's done. So you get more impacts with Marksman sights, but your charge rate goes down and your reload goes down by a little bit. Also, in PvP, if you use the Marksman sights, which are the sniper sights, the red glint will be there, like on all snipers, including No Land Beyond, which makes no logical sense since it has iron sights. But if you use the combat sights, no red glint will show up. So you might want to look into using combat sights. I prefer the combat sights personally. I'm not a very good sniper. And you can see here, I'm just ticking around with the hipfire, no scoping. I mean, the gun's really fun to use. I don't know if you're going to use it that much. I mean, rather have Patience in Time, deals way more impact if, say, Arcburn was on. I'd rather have Black Hammer, Icebreaker, an LDR. It's a fun gun to use, but I don't know if you're going to want to use it to take up your exotic slot in PvE or PvP. Though it is fun going into PvP and dicking around. You see here I'm using the combat sights and body shots. For the majority of part are going to be 2 hits. Headshots will be 1 hit. Like I said, you do sacrifice some impact with the combat sights on. So if you're good at sniping, I would use the marksman sights. Though with the combat sights, you don't have the red glint that you would have with a typical sniper. And I mean, you can still get headshots. If I'm getting headshots with this thing, then if you're good at sniping, then you're going to probably just destroy in PvP. But it's a lot of fun. You see body shots, 2 hits, headshots, you're still getting one hit, and it has really good distance. If you're a casual PvP player like I do, you know, I enjoy kind of messing around with guns, no land beyond and whatnot. So if you enjoy that type of thing, put this gun on, it's a lot of fun. I did not check out the marksman sights in PvP. I'm not a good sniper, guys. It's not for me. The combat sights were easy enough to use. Like I said, marksman sights have more impact, so if you're really good at sniping, I would use marksman sights because you guys are going to be able to just wreck with this gun. It's a lot of fun to use, though maybe you're just going to want to use a regular sniper if that's the case, if you're really good at sniping over this gun in PvP. Or maybe you're a sniper and you don't like the red glint showing up all the time. You could put on the combat sights and you're still going to get really good range. And if you can get headshots, like you saw in this video, you're going to get one-hit kills anyway. Is this gun practical? Will you be using this in a raid and a nightfall? I don't think so. Is it really fun to use? Yes. Will you use it in PvP? I could see people using it in PvP. It's a lot of fun to use in PvP, and I enjoyed using it. I'm not a sniper. It's technically a fusion rifle, but let's be real. It's a sniper. Hopefully this video was helpful. The bounty was really straightforward. I thought it was going to be super complex and you're going to have to do a bunch of different things and there's going to be a bunch of hard challenges like the other exotic bounties, but it wasn't. You're just imprisoned as elders the whole time. So this is basically just a video showing you the Queenbreakers Bow, which was fun to use, which I've said way too many times in this 6-minute video. Have a good one, guys. See ya.